Oh my god, bro. Like, bro, why is this all over? Bro, why are these, bro? Hey, bro, why is this all over my timeline, bro? What is happening? Bro, what is? Just like one single one. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why is Yuri all over my timeline? Is there a G in here? Typo. Ignore that. No, typo. Can't spell. Bro, what is my freaking Twitter now? Jeez. Alright, let's oh boy. Hello. How we doing? I'm here. I'm alive. I actually woke up. What? I've been awake for about 2 hours now. I woke up at 8. I spent 15 minutes scrolling Twitter. And I spent about like 45 minutes trying to put my thumbnail together. Trying to like, okay, like what do I do? Because I went through. Oh, hold on. Let's first off. How we doing? My name is Snowy Lotus. Welcome to the Snowy Show. Welcome. All right, I think audio sounds good. I think levels are good. We seem to be doing well. I'm gonna turn it down on my end. I think we should be good there. I could not hear myself think. That is okay, because as long as you can hear me think, that's all that matters. Because I think out loud. I am that kind of guy. What was I trying to do? I was trying to check something. What was I just gonna check? I was like, this is important. I need to check this. Anyway, so I started getting ready for the stream and I was like, okay, let me go find the multitude of objects I need to sew together because my clothes are literally falling apart because I'm a guy and I don't want to buy new clothes. As much as, even though that's partially not true, I do enjoy buying new clothes. I don't know how to dress myself. That's also not. All right. That might be a little bit more true. That might be a little bit more true. So I was going through and looking for the things I need to repair. And then I thought, oh, well, I have a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, I have that thing and that thing and that thing. And I started thinking about it more. It's like, actually, what is that thing? And I started looking through my closet and I started looking at my clothes and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This stuff doesn't really need, I don't really have much stuff that needs repaired. And I thought I had a lot more stuff I need to fix. Apparently, no, I don't. I have one piece, and we'll fix that. I don't know how to fix that. I'll mess with it. We'll because it kind of irks me when I see it, so I want to try to do something with it. But we're gonna go then read some more Storyworthy after we get, I don't know, do whatever we can with that, and then Storyworthy, and then we're gonna go do the marathon art study. I have been not too sure how to approach this. I think I have an idea and I have an end goal with how I want it to look, but me not having all the sewing pieces, all the different stuff I was gonna fix that I imagined in my head, I thought I had, it kind of one-shot me, I'm gonna be honest, and I just sat here staring at my computer for like, I sat here staring at my computer for like 15 minutes, just like, what do I do? No. So, anywho, other updates. I'm going to be getting marathon. I'm going to figure it out. Tuesday stream. We're going to do a marathon stream. I have a fun idea. That I want to do. I have a fun idea that I want to do. And so when it's going to be cool. I'm not sure if I've seen any other streamers do this yet. Here, let me check. I don't think I've seen any other streamers do this yet. Where? Yeah, I don't think I've seen any other streamers do this thing yet. So all I see is drops. I have an interesting challenge kind of thing, very interactive with the with my lovely, very, very lovely and beautiful and amazing chatters. So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. All the marathon stuff I'm seeing is drops. Playing marathon. So I think I can do some more interesting stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get marathon. We're gonna figure it out. We are going to figure it out, and we're gonna go from there. I'm just waiting. Give me a minute. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm not sure if Lily's gonna show up. Maybe they fell asleep. That's okay. I'd fall asleep too. I woke up because I got home and I just like took a nap. And so I woke up at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. last night. And I was like, I can't fall back asleep. And so I went, I got some food. And then I just kind of played Monster Hunter. It's great. I love Monster Hunter Rise. It's so good. It's so good. It's so bueno. Yeah, my Twitter's just filled with Vandal fan art, marathon clips, or Yuri. Marathon Yuri. So, you know, that's great. I love that. I love that. Respect. Much respect. So also, I will mention, I put out a tweet. I put out a tweet yesterday. Where is it? Where is it? I tweet too much. I'm on Twitter too much. Okay, so have been watching the marathon launch drama unfold. I'm gonna make a video covering it and why it's silly. Stay tuned. So I will be making that video, but on my way home yesterday from work, I was thinking more about it because I have the outline of everything kind of built, and I slept on some of it, and I have it all kind of broken down. We're going to be covering three main points. We're going to be talking about a couple different angles. I am deleting this one angle, but yeah, I have to go rework one angle because I had one in there I didn't like. But we're going to be covering the Steam numbers angle, the Concord angle, and the Destiny 2 angle of it, and then talking about why Marathon actually had a pretty good launch, all things considered, comparatively to other AAA launches. We'll be going over that. But on the way home, I was like, I was kind of like, okay, can I talk about this stuff without having played the game? And as I was thinking about it, I was like, this feels a bit disingenuous, and it feels like I'm doing a disservice to people who'd watch if I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I never bought the game and I never played the game, but I'm talking about the game. It's like, all right, bro, I mean, you haven't even played the game. You haven't even played the game. You haven't bought the game. So like, do you have a leg to stand on? Why are you speaking on this thing? Like, who are you? Right? Because I feel like that financial investment is required to be able to speak on it. So I was like, okay, I might get it later tonight, and I'm gonna play it on my own a little bit, and then we'll see how we go about doing this. I wanted to make a video about the art study that we're doing. I'm not too sure. I think I'll have to see. I would like by the end for it to be a picture that I can post on Twitter. So we're essentially going to be taking apart the picture we're going to be doing a study on. I'm going to be going through this Twitter thread that I saw, which kind of breaks down all the inspirations for Marathon and the art style, and we're going to be going through that. And so that's going to be a good kind of intro to doing these art studies. I want to do these potentially every single Sunday. Usually we're doing hand cam streams, but I'm kind of running out of stuff to do, and I'm not too sure. I guess I can go buy some more Gundams. I don't know. I don't know. The Gundams take forever to put together. See, this is the hard thing that I've kind of run into, and this is a problem I kind of feel always eating at me, is we only really have like 9 hours together a week. And so because we only have about 9 or so hours a week together, trying to figure out, hey, what are we doing? Can we is it like super condensed, and like also being late all the time, like 30 minutes late doesn't help. But I'm trying, I really am. I do not want to be late, but sometimes I'm just staring at my screen, and I'm like, and I just blank out. I'm like, ugh. But we're gonna be playing Marathon. I don't know. I do want to play more Deadlock, but I feel the type of videos it's hard for me to post videos about Deadlock Mostly because I've been seeing some negative comments about some of the shorts I'm posting, which kind of irk me and make me not want to do them. But also, they do well, and that style does well. So I'm wondering also if I try to do that same style with Marathon, right? So if I try to do the same style of showing a clip of me dying and asking people to basically backseat game me, would that work for Marathon? Maybe it would. But like, I don't know. I'm not really too sure what the end goal of that is. The ultimate goal would be people coming to the stream, but it doesn't really seem like that kind of thing. I don't know. It's weird. Because I see people talking about, yeah, I post my clips or I post my shorts and people come to my stream because they see the shorts. And I watch their shorts and I'm like, I don't know, why would I come to the stream for this? But like, people do. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It don't make sense. Now, also, I think another thing is streaming to like, I'm doing like dual streaming. So streaming to YouTube and Twitch, but the YouTube horizontal, not the YouTube vertical. I don't know. It's hard for me because I like having the YouTube vertical. I like having the YouTube vertical streams on my YouTube channel. I really enjoy it, but it's hard. I guess, to get people. I don't know, man. I don't even know how to like get more people into the stream. It doesn't even make any sense to me. Because sometimes on my Twitter, it feels like I'm just like shadow banned on my Twitter. And I know some people talk about this. Oh, I feel like I'm shadow banned on Twitter. But like sometimes I'm like, all right, bro, I know how posts do. Like, I know how posts on Twitter like pop off, and I see just these random ass accounts for no reason at all have posts just pop off. I don't know. I mean, I just haven't found my audience yet. I was talking to another friend of mine at Epic Box. We went out to a hot pot the other night, and he's like, bro, you just got to find your like audience that just wants to listen to you just like talk nonstop. He's like, bro, when you find that, and I don't know, I still feel like my stream is lacking in some way, and I feel like I need to improve on that front, but I'm not really too sure how. To do that. I don't know. I think there's some more overlay stuff I can do. Some of the stuff I've learned from my thumbnails, my very, very pretty thumbnails that I make, that I really, really enjoy. I really, really enjoy making my thumbnails. I have a ton of fun doing all the stuff I do with them. So, all right, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. I'm not sure. I don't want to. Don't want to start too soon. What else? Yeah, it's a constant frustration for me, and also this actually brings up, I do tweet a lot. I do like my Twitter being pretty. I do like my Twitter being this like this. There's a lot of different tweets. Lots of different tweets. And I enjoy my Twitter being like unique, doing different stuff. Actually, last night I posted a haiku. That was the first haiku I ever made. I enjoyed it. I watched BB No Money's newest video, music, Why Am I Like This? It was really good, and I felt inspired to write a haiku. So, you know, that's I might be writing more haikus, so expect more poetry on my Twitter in the future. That's why if you want, I don't know. I'm always like experimenting with like different stuff on my Twitter. There was a stint when I was posting the all right, that shit looks good. God damn it. I love my thumbnails, bro. I love my thumbnails. Oh my god, I love my thumbnails. Anyway, yeah, there's a stint in which I was posting the like the panels from the manhwas I was reading because I don't really have anybody else to share it with. But then it just kind of became a pain, and I actually didn't want to read my manhwas anymore because I didn't feel like screenshotting and like posting the stuff. I think that's kind of silly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so burnt out. Any like minor increase in doing anything just is like exponentially harder. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I'm always like experimenting with stuff on my Twitter specifically. Not even just like in a content like farming kind of way, but just I think it's interesting. Always doing different stuff, always posting about different stuff. You know, quote retweeting, yeah, quote retweeting stuff, making stuff, but then sometimes like with my marathon AMV, I'll see other AMVs on Twitter just like pop off, just like blow up, and I'm like, brother, mine's better. Like I don't, it's like, is mine not as good? And I'm like, I don't know, because I watched theirs and I'm like, I don't know, is it as good? Is it like worse? Is it better? And I'm like, why did this get like 100,000 views and mine has like 30 or like 300? And it's like, I don't know. It's not really about like the views specifically. It's like, I don't know. I think it's a not any like recognition for anything I do. It is like kind of the hard part, or like not seeing any success like at all. It's kind of frustrating. And that's why I kind of started spamming those deadlock videos. But at some point I'm like, okay, you know, where does this go? And I did really like my marathon video I made. I thought that was interesting. Obviously some people liked it. I have like a 52% like to dislike ratio, which I think is kind of funny. And I don't really think that matters too much. I don't think dislikes matter too much. But I do like that kind of video, and I am like, preferably I do like long form videos more than short form. I don't watch TikToks at all. I don't watch any short form content like at all. I just scroll on Twitter and I read stuff. And I'll watch if there's like TikTok videos or stuff that show up on Twitter, that's where I see them. Outside of that, I don't watch any of that. I just stopped because it was too much of a pain trying to make my algorithm work for me. That I just kind of didn't even really bother. So yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really get it, and it's frustrating, but I think we're gonna keep plugging along. We're gonna do, I'm just gonna keep following whatever I think is interesting, and I think that's probably the best way to go about doing it, because I can't do stuff disingenuously. Like I made a couple guides for Where Winds Meets, and like, I don't know, I just don't really like making guides. And because with games, the amount of different types of videos you can make, it's hard. You have to kind of go more abstract with the types of videos you make, because like, let's say with marathon, there's only really a handful of different, or no, deadlock, let's do deadlock. There's only really a handful of different kind of things you can make about deadlock, right? There's live commentary videos. There's like funny meme edits. Why is that meme? I don't know why meme is so hard to say right now. And then there's guides. Now, I don't really like making any of those three. I don't think that's interesting. I don't find it interesting. So trying to like think of like a more abstract way of making videos, it's hard. It's hard. And so like with marathon also, I feel like I need to kind of stretch because I'm not just gonna do like live commentary videos. I just don't have any interest in that. But I do have a lot of interest in the art study aspect. I have a lot of interest in the art study aspect of marathon. And so I don't know. Are other people interested in that? I don't know, man. I am. Yeah, so I have two Twitter accounts, a public one, Snowy, and a private one. And my public Twitter account is all just marathon, and my private is all just deadlock. All just deadlock. Deadlock in like politics, which is how I prefer it. I prefer the separation. So if it's like I want to look at deadlock like memes, like if I want to try to find that one Nina like dancing video, it's amazing. I love it. I don't know why. It's just I don't know. It tickles my brain in a certain way. Anyway, yeah, that video is yeah, so I have both are like split, and it's great. I just saw someone else say on Twitter that their timeline is just deadlock and marathon, which is like, this is great. This is great. What else? I think that's it. I think we're gonna move into doing some sewing. I kind of want to wait a little bit longer. I don't know if Lily's gonna show up, because I know sometimes she shows up a little bit late. I don't want to start before she gets here. Anyway, we are always learning and doing new stuff. I have no interest in just playing games and that's it. I need to do more than that, or else I'm going to go a little bit crazy. And I know I need to make videos. I have to make videos to, in an attempt to grow the audience that I have. So, we gotta kind of try to stay at that. And the type of video I make, it's hard because I can't stick to just one type of video. So trying to find a style of video rather than a type of video that I make, that's kind of the goal I have. Trying to find a certain style where I'm like creating one in the background right now of how I want to talk about things, so I can keep it very, very versatile. Because I get bored very, very quickly. It's like that Where Winds Meet review. I mean, I'm just bored of it. I'm sick of looking at it. I'm sick of thinking about it. I spent about 2 months working on it. Like literally 2 months only working on that. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm like sick of this. I'm sick of doing this. I don't want to look at this anymore. I have no interest in this game anymore. I'm kind of over it all. But the amount of work I put in feels like, all right, well, I'm just going to toss it, really? Yeah, I'm gonna toss it. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, there's a new Where Winds Meets update. Funny. It's funny. Uh, what else did I have to say? Complaining. What else can I complain about? What else can I complain about? What is this? Looks amazing. Oh, what is this? Follow this person? I don't follow them. Jeez. Goated. This is amazing. All right. Anything else? Anything else? I don't think I have anything else. I've complained. I don't have anything else to complain about right now. Other than my constant nagging, the constant nagging in the back of my brain of my slow but coming imminent, my slowly crumbling sense of understanding reality. My disassociation with reality increasing to the point where I'll just be at work and I'm like, bro, what the fuck's happening? And it's like, all right, bro, let me just do some push-ups really quick. Let me just do some push-ups really quick, and usually it fixes it. Yeah, my lack of tangible success with anything I do, outside of there are some successes, like some of my videos have done pretty well, some of my shorts have gotten lots of views, which is cool. That's cool. We enjoy that. And I think my videos started popping off on Instagram. I think the thing kind of fun, and that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing where it's like I make a bunch of videos and then the algorithm finally finds the people and pushes it to them, but then I kind of get bored of making those videos. But that's the thing too, where it's like, how much marathon am I even going to be playing? Should I just keep playing Deadlock? Because I like playing Deadlock and I want to keep playing Deadlock. But like, how much? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Maybe I have ADHD. Maybe that's the problem. I have a very, very like light ADHD, and I can't focus on one type of game for like 4 to 5 months. But like, even no, I kind of can. I think I got to be really like into it. But then the thing is I have to try to make videos out of it. But then like, I don't know, man. Other VTubers don't do that. Other VTubers don't just like hard focus. I don't know. Some do. Some do. And like the Deadlock videos aren't too hard to make. Maybe I should just keep making them. I mean, they do well. Maybe I should just keep making them and just say, fuck it, just keep making them. Maybe I do those and marathon videos. Because I mean, really, it's like honestly, they don't take long to make. One Deadlock video takes maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes to make. So it's like, I don't know. And like, I do want to keep playing it. But this is where I'm at. This is why I go a little bit crazy. This is why I go a little bit crazy. Because I'm like, oh my God, bro, I don't know. Can someone just tell me what to do? Can someone please just tell me what to do? Just tell me what to do. Please. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. I don't know. All right. Anyway, we're gonna get into sewing because I'm going a little crazy just thinking about this. I'm going a little bit crazy. All right. Yay! Hello again. Hello again. I got you. Oh, oh. I got your nose. I got your nose. Okay. All right. So yeah, hold on. Let's I got too much stuff, bro. So this is my jacket. This is like my favorite jacket. They don't make this jacket anymore. I've looked it up. The company still exists. But this is my favorite jacket. I've gotten the I've gotten the collar changed. This is a different collar. This is what the collar originally looked like. It was kind of this ribbed corduroy fabric. But as you can see, it's just kind of falling apart. And I have tried to sew it up before, but I mean, what you need to do is basically just tear it off and stitch on this type of fabric. That's literally all you can do. And I don't have a sewing machine right now. But I was thinking about it. I don't even think it's that hard to use. I just got to use it some more. Anyway. So the repair we're going to do on this is this right here. See that? See that? There's a rip right there. And I'll see that at work and it like irks me, but I'm not really too sure how to approach this because I don't want the stitch showing through. I don't want the stitch showing through. So I think what we might do is we might do a little pinch right here. Might do a little bit of a, because each, all right, this is how I thought this was made. So this fabric, so there's this, the inside lining, and right on the inside there is a layer of an insulated foam or a foam, and so each. This is interesting. How in the hell did they? Okay, there's more layers here than I thought. Oh, okay. I think I see how this works. So, okay, so this white insulated fabric is, so I'm assuming how they did it. Forgive me if there's some blinking over here. There's a LiDAR on my phone right there. I didn't realize that. I tried to cover it up with my totally real, not fake plant that I take very much care of. Don't judge it. It might look like plastic, but its heart is real. Anyway, so what they did is they put this felt fabric, they stitched it to this polyester lining, and then they took the polyester lining and then stitched it to this fabric. And I really like this jacket. I really like this jacket so much so I want to remake this jacket. Like, I'm not joking. I want to straight up just remake this jacket. I think I can do it. I don't think it'll be tremendously difficult, but I want to eventually remake this jacket because they don't make this anymore. This company still exists. Roots Outdoors Canada, they still exist. They don't sell this type of jacket. This specific type of jacket they don't sell anymore. But I've had it for literally like years. It is one of the most comfortable jackets I've ever worn. Obviously, you can tell that it's kind of like falling apart. There's a couple spots where I have ripped it. My biceps are just so big and my shoulders are just so massive that I just ripped it. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. It's like right here. We could probably stitch that up too. Stitch that up real quick. Yeah, there's a couple. There's some stuff here we can stitch up real quick, like. real quick, like, actually, yeah, there's a bunch more repairs on here than I thought. All right, so we're gonna be using our trusty, actually we might use the purple thread. We might use the purple thread. Why? Come on, look at this stream. Come on, look. Like, come on, look at this. Isn't this on brand? This is very on brand. I mean, look at this. Look at this. See this? You see all this? See all this around here? All this. See this whole outline? This overlay? It's all purple. Well, I'm a big fan of purple. I really like purple and gold, but it's not my aesthetic. It's not my aesthetic. It's purple and neon light pink. Sorry. Is it pink? It's not pink. It's a neon light purple. That's what I like. That's what I like. So we're gonna do some stitching. Let me go ahead and get my alcohol bottle that I use as a hold for my, oh wait, no, I can't use that. I have a vodka bottle. Sorry, no, I have a margarita bottle that I have just sitting on my desk. I don't drink, really. I just thought this bottle looked cool. like that's it. I just thought this bottle looked cool. But what's interesting is this top right here perfectly sits onto there. And so I can use this as a way to hold the thread. So, but this doesn't have that. This is just like super small. Anyway, I just have this sitting on top of my light. My lamp has like a little platform that I put stuff on. I have some other very real, not fake plants just on there. I keep lots of very real, not fake plants all over my room. If you know, you know. Anyway, we're gonna be sewing this part up, and we're gonna be sewing this part up. The way they stop ripping. Now, the best way to go about doing this is to turn it inside out and sew it up. But I'm not gonna do that. So I don't feel like doing that. I might be able to. I might be able to finagle it. Hold on. I wonder if I sew up to like this together. No, you need it to be like this. You need it to like come together like this. Ugh. Well, you see, the best thing would be basically open up the whole jacket, open up this bottom part, and this is how you do other repairs. Sorry, how you do other repairs is basically you open up the bottom and literally just put it inside out, and then that's how you do the repairs properly. But again, I don't have a sewing machine. So that's a no go. Oh, it's starting to come apart down here too. What the heliante? Oh wait, it's just not stitched down here. Defect. Okay, there's just like, what is this? Look at this. So there's parts down here at the bottom. They're just open, but there's just no stitch there like at all to actually hold it down. This is defective. This should not be like this. But it's not even the whole thing. It's just certain parts. I think this is a cost saving measure. Wait a minute, though, there's stitching all throughout here. So you see this line right here? So you see that? It doesn't continue in certain parts. No, I don't want bots. Be gone, bot. Be gone. There was that discussion we were having the other day about bots and whether people should or shouldn't bot. And yeah, so there's a bunch of stitch right here, and then it just stops. Bro, this is 100% a cost saving measure on their end. 100%. Yeah, so that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, you should take this bottom part off, flip it over, and then stitch it up, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Where's my actual needle? I have 2 needles. I have a leather stitching needle, which is this. The leather stitching needle, if you can see it, it's kind of bright, but the tip is not anywhere near as sharp as an actual needle, and it's also a lot thicker. So the one on the left is an actual needle. So the one on the left is an actual needle. The one on the right is a leather working needle. And the one on the left is specifically... Wait, are they? I don't think either one is that sharp, actually. But the one on the right is a lot thicker. It's literally used for saddle stitches on leather. I was gonna try to get into leather working, but then I needed like a bunch more. I had to buy a bunch more stuff, so I just never got around to it. I needed to buy a mat, like a mat that I would put like the mat I have here. The mat I have here, but it would be a lot thicker, and when I would like hammer the hold on, let me show you. I bought a bunch of different tools. We're gonna put this off to the side for now. So these are specifically for leather working. These are leather working needles, but these are what you do to you'll put the leather down, and you'll literally hammer this, and this is what puts the holes into the leather so that you can stitch it. But I ran into a problem where I needed a mat that would handle the hammering, and I also needed a table that could handle it, because this table just can't. It's just not good enough. To put it frank, it's just not good enough. Yeah, and these are the needles. These are Saddler harness needles. I also use these to repair a pair of jeans. It worked to some effect, but the jeans are kind of not holding up. Although I'm not sure if that's really my fault or if it's more of a fact that it's just the jeans need to be literally sewn with a machine. I have some wax. This is a wax thread. So this is what if you've ever seen like oh, actually, hold on. Pulling out all my stuff. So this is these are my keys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? It's so cute. I have this on my key. These are my keys. Isn't this just so cute? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. I was rummaging through my closet and I found this. I don't know where I got it. I actually have a collection of keychains. Pretty large collection of keychains. Maybe we'll go over it one day. Anyway, so this is a leather wax thread, and it's used to stitch leather together. So this is a leather pendant from Elder Scrolls Online, and if you see that thread that's sticking out right there, this is a leather stitching. So what happens is you'll stitch this, and then you'll use a lighter to light the end of this, and it will then once you finish the thread, you'll be able to essentially just burn the end so it can't come apart. Now this pendant is probably like, I don't know, 10 plus years old. Yeah, it's 10 plus years old. So it's kind of falling apart, but I wanted to get into leatherworking because I thought it was interesting. But I got the leatherworking. I need like a pad, like an anti-shock pad that can withstand cutting. It can withstand the impact. So because the impact of the hammer, it like, you know, radiates through your whole body, and it can be kind of shocking. It's like when you're playing golf. When you hit a golf ball, you need like a glove on your right hand. If you don't have a glove on your right hand when you're playing golf, or if you don't have a shock pad when you're hammering leather, it hurts. It hurts. So I never got into leatherworking because like the anti-shock pads that you need, they're like 150 bucks, and I just never felt like buying one. And I'm not too sure. This table might be able to withstand it. This is a pretty sturdy table. This is like a kickstand table. It's all made of like plywood, like it's about that thick of plywood, and it's all like metal too. So it's like, but anyway, yeah, I never really got into the leatherworking as much as I wanted to. I have a bunch of leather scraps that I was gonna try to. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I'll look into it again. Maybe that'll be interesting for the stream. I don't know. I don't know. Because I think leatherworking's cool, like making wallets and stuff. I think it's cool. I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool, but you know. Okay. Anyway. Okay, isn't this cute? Look at that. Look at that. I love this. I actually have another one. I have a pair. It's like a girl and a guy pair. So there's like a guy version and this is the girl version. I don't know. I just thought this one was cuter. So I have like a bunch of keychains. Should I go through them? I kind of want to. All right, I'm getting off track. I'm not. We gotta focus. We gotta focus. We have things we need to accomplish. We have things we gotta accomplish. We have sewing that must be sewed. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this sewn up, and then we're gonna read some because it's like 10:30. Oh, hi Lily. How are you? How are you? Yeah, we're doing some sewing. We're doing some sewing. You are early. Am I early? No, I'm actually late. I'm late. I started at 9:30 rather than 9. Also, you know, I'm supposed to start at 9. Nah. Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Anyway, we're gonna. Where's my thread at? There it is. We're stitching this up. This is not how you're supposed to fix this. I'm telling you, this is not how you're supposed to fix this. But I just can't be bothered to try to fix it in a different way. I can't be bothered to try to fix it in a different way. The thing is you would have to. So this stitch, this is gone apart. So this is the inside of the fabric. What you need to do is you need to basically take this whole lining of this jacket, flip it over, then take this seam, put it together, and do run a stitch through it on a sewing machine. Well, you don't have to do a sewing machine. Um, that's like the technical way you do it, so it's like properly done, so it doesn't keep coming apart, and you also don't see the stitch. But I don't feel like doing that, so we're just gonna hand stitch it like this, because this is on the inside. So we're gonna just hand stitch it like this, because I don't feel like taking it all apart. And then we also got to try to fix this part. Now, I don't really know how to fix this part. So this is the side of the jacket. This is the zipper. This is the side. I legitimately am not too sure how to go about fixing this part. I'm just not. I don't know, because I don't want it to show through. I guess I could just like pinch it. I guess I could just pinch it. Right? I guess I could just pinch it and stitch it like that. I don't know, man. Let's fix this part first. Because this is my biceps are just too big. My shoulders are too wide. I don't know. I'm just ripping through my jacket. Oh, where's my scissors? Hold on. My decorative scissors. Wow, they are very dull. These are very, very dull. I've been thinking about getting some like actual like shears that you get for actually cutting fabric. Next time I go to Walmart, I'll buy some. They're pretty cheap. Relatively. They are relatively cheap. Relatively cheap. Also, if you see blinking anywhere around here, I'm sorry. I tried to block it. I don't see it on my end. Hopefully you don't see it on your end. It's like annoying. Okay. How was your weekend, Lily? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hopefully you got some rest. All right. I guess that's better than it being bad, right? It's better than it being bad. Stitch together. I'm trying to. My hands aren't working right now. You can't see it. You can't see the thread. It's just too thin. But I am tying a knot, I swear. Yep. All right. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Ugh. Yeah, but after this, we're gonna go read some more of that book, because it's fun. I like the book. I like it. And then we're gonna go do that art study on Marathon. It's a Marathon piece. I was thinking about how to do it. I was thinking about how to do it in like a good way, because I would like to, when we're done, post it on my Twitter. This is not. I would like to post it on my Twitter as like a picture that we put together. And so I was thinking about how we were going to go about doing that. I have an idea. And so we'll get to that. This is hard to see because this is all like dark fabric. Oh, you know what? Maybe doing white would be better. Maybe doing white would be better. All right, the next stitch I'll do white, so that way you can actually see what I'm doing, because you can't see it as much as I like purple. You just kind of can't see it with my lighting. My lighting kind of sucks. Isn't the best. Oh, I will say that. Also, oh, my weekend was also all right. it was all right. It was all right. I have been like kind of going like kind of crazy because I'm like, should I keep making these like deadlock videos? And like because it's kind of frustrating just being bad at the game for so long and like always like, oh, I'm always like losing my deadlock games. But also on the other hand, people like commenting on the videos. People like telling me what to do and telling me how to, you know, how I should approach situations. And so I feel like I'm just going to keep spamming those types of videos because I think the Instagram algorithm has finally like put my videos on people's feeds. Instagram, when you're posting shorts, posting reels, sorry, not in front of the mic. So Instagram, when you're posting reels or shorts, it takes a while for it to kind of figure out where to put your videos, but once it does, you get a lot more views. And so my deadlock videos have started popping off over on Instagram, which is cool. But we are going to get Marathon, and I want to play Marathon, so I'm not really too sure how to approach making deadlock videos, but also doing Marathon stuff. Maybe I could just do the two separate things and whatever works, because I think I'm not. It doesn't really take too long to make those deadlock videos. I just have to play a game of deadlock, 1 or 2 games of deadlock, and I can make videos. Because even though I'll die a lot in the deadlock videos, not all my deaths are like good for like videos. Funny enough, they're just not all good because they need to be very like, you know, start, beginning, and end. I have to be able to very easily show a start to the fight, middle of the like during the fight, you know, what mistakes I made. People have to be able to like clearly see it. Did I? Brother. I'm trying to like not this. So I don't know. But also, oh. So Marathon. So we're gonna be playing Marathon. I'll scrounge together the money I need to buy it. But we're gonna be doing something fun with Marathon. And you might be able to do something with it now. If you type it, and hopefully this works. I spent a couple hours last night messing with it. If you type in the chat !roll, you should be able. It should work. Hopefully it works. No, ROLL. Sorry. ROLL. Did it work? Aha, there you go. Haha, see? All right. So, what we're going to be doing. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing Marathon, and I'm going to be doing these base I don't know what to call it. I think I'm going to call it like Marathon dice rolls. So basically every like 3 minutes or so, and if you try to do it again, it'll tell you a cooldown on how long it has left before you can roll again. But basically what it's going to be is you're going to be able to roll a dice, and whatever that number lands on, I'm going to have to drop a specific item from my inventory. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting. So like if you roll like a 1 like you did there, I would have to drop like a shield recharge, or a 2 is like a health recharge. A 3 is, I think I was gonna make it like a stack of ammo. 4 is a consumable. Yeah, 4 is a consumable, and then 5 is a mod, and a 6 is a weapon attachment. And now if you roll something and I don't have it in my inventory, I can't drop it. But you know, I'll try to make sure I always have everything in my inventory. So you know, you can always mess with me. I think it'll be fun. It'd be a fun way for you or other people to interact with the stream. I was looking on Marathon, like the directory with other streams. I don't think anyone else has done this. I don't think anyone else has thought about this. Did I stitch this up? Okay, I think we're all stitched up. Oh no, we're not. What's the worst number to roll? See, now I was thinking about, like, I would have to drop a weapon. Okay, it's probably ammo. It's probably a 3. If I had to assume, it's probably ammo, because it would be dropping a stack of ammo. That's probably what it would be. That'd probably be the worst one to roll. So there's like a 1 in 6 chance of that happening. And I think that'd be interesting. I think that'd be fun. I'm not too sure how I'd make videos about it, but I think I'll be able to. I think I'll be able to. I'll also, like my Deadlock videos, I have a custom like overlay on all my shorts. I'll make a custom Deadlock one as well. Here, you can see that a bit better. Yeah, I'll make a custom Deadlock overlay as well, so it like looks nice. Not Deadlock, Marathon. Because I like my shorts overlay, how it looks and how the thing is all split up. I enjoy how that looks. So I'll make one for Marathon as well. And I think I'll just post both. I'll just post videos for both, because I'm doing most of the heavy lifting on the editing side. Because I'm doing most of the heavy lifting on the like recording side rather than the editing side. The editing side is a lot more light on work, so it just doesn't take anywhere near as long. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can... I'm trying to like zoom in. Oh, there we go. That's better. It's not in the bounds of my overlay. Ugh. Stop. There we go. There we go. Good enough. Okay. What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh, yeah. So the editing side, it's actually a lot easier because to actually do that edit, to try to copy the same style for the overlays on the videos, it requires a lot more work. It requires a lot more work. So doing that on the actual recording side is a lot nicer. Also, because I'm going to be getting the game on Xbox. So these are like the background things that I have to like consider. Because I'm going to be playing the game on Xbox, I'm going to be recording it through, or the processing power or the resources needed most of it's going to be held up by my capture card, so it makes recording a hell of a lot easier. A hell of a lot easier. Sometimes recording Deadlock is difficult on my system because of the amount of resources it needs, but I can record a lot higher quality stuff if it's on Xbox, because my my capture card's doing a lot more of the heavy lifting on the back end. But maybe I'll just like start posting both. I don't know, man, because I know like it's important to just like focus on one type of thing. Ugh. Trying to I was saying a bit earlier that because we only really have about like 9 hours like a week together, it's hard to like do a bunch of different stuff. If I streamed more, I think it might be easier, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because it might be too much for me, and I don't want to burn out. I don't want to burn out. Yeah, I don't want to burn out. So we are we only do 3 a week. Oh, there I put. Well, I always have this problem. I always stitch too much, and then I run out of thread, so I can't tie a knot. Ugh. Gosh darn it. Yeah, the needle is all right. Well, shit. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna slide it under the. We're just gonna do this. That works. Yeah, I know if I streamed like 5-hour days. Yeah, if I stream for like 5-hour days rather than like 3, I'd be able to do a lot more stuff. But because we have such a packed schedule, and also it doesn't help that I'm always late. That doesn't help. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, that doesn't help either. So, you know, I'm like kind of constrained on what kind of stuff I can do. So then trying to split my focus between 2 separate games is difficult. It's difficult. But I will say, whatever is successful, I just gotta keep hammering that, right? Right? So those Deadlock videos work. People like them. So I just gotta keep spamming them. Because it's like, I don't know. But also, I kind of want to try that same style with Marathon. I think that'll be interesting to see whether or not those types of videos still work. Because maybe the Marathon, people who watch Marathon clips are different than the people who watch Deadlock clips. I suspect that that's not the case, because I know people love backseating. People love telling people, oh, you should do this thing. Or if I did this thing, it would turn out so much better. Or, oh, I know how to do this thing. You don't, let me tell you. People love that. I love to do that. I I know. I'm a narcissist. I can't help it. I know. It's awful. I know. I'm an awful person. I get it. Okay, so we're just gonna like pinch this. This is not how you fix this. This is not how you fix this at all. Oh well. Oh well. What you gonna do? Yeah, so we'll try that with the marathon stuff, see if it works. Because, oh, shoot. Because any success, I should just kind of, because it's hard to find a style of video that people resonate with and like people interact with like a lot. People very, very much like interacting with this type of video. So that's why I feel like, and like I've seen, and I've gotten some comments that have kind of put a damper on my feelings towards these types of videos, where people think it's rage bait, and people, and like I don't want to post rage bait, and I kind of feel bad when people think that. But then I'm also like, yeah, well, it's not rage bait. And like, I don't care what this random person thinks, and this random commenter shouldn't like dissuade me from doing something that very clearly works. Like, it very clearly works. So like, why should I listen to some random person being like, oh, well, you know, I don't like this. I read this article and we've talked about it before. We've talked about it before on stream. I think we'll have to go back and read it. I don't know. We'll at some point this year we'll go back and read it. But essentially what the article was talking about was basically what I'm doing now, what I'm doing now, streaming, making videos, doing all that, putting myself out there is more than what the vast majority of anybody will ever do. And so the person who is leaving the comment is doing even if they're like, kind of shitting on me, or like they're just like being mean, that person commenting would never ever do what I'm doing, because it would require them to put themselves out there. And, the fact is that they're not doing that. So they can sit there and comment all they want, but at the end of the day, I'm still the one who's out here streaming and making clips and having a public image. And they're just a random anonymous chatter. A random anonymous commenter on a YouTube short post complaining about the YouTube, right? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, they can say whatever they want. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing. It don't mean nothing. Talking it out like this makes me also I'm getting burnt out. I feel it coming on. I feel it. I feel the burnout. I feel it. It's not good. I'm tired like all the time, and doing any little thing, like tiny stuff, is extremely difficult, and it's affecting my work at work. And it's like, oh my gosh, awful. I wish I could just, ow, I poked myself, ow. Yeah, and it's rough. It's rough, man. It's rough. Yeah, now yeah, I know. But this is where the idea comes from. But then I think about it, I'm like, okay, but what is a week break really gonna do, right? I don't know. This is the hard part. This is the hard part I have that I think about also, where it's like, okay, so I take a week off, but like, okay, but like, how is that gonna help? Is it really gonna, is a week break really enough? Or I mean, I don't know. Personally, I think I need to take a break from work, like my work job, for like at least a couple months now, for at least like a month or two. Like I just need time for my body to rest, because I'm working like 12 hours 6 days a week, so it's like And like, obviously not all 12 hours is actual work. And I put this caveat in here because I don't know. It's an unnecessary caveat, but I take breaks, I eat lunch, and that's not really working. So technically I'm only working like 10 or so hours, but then there's the commute to and from work. So technically I'm only really working 9 hours. All right, what is that? There's like some sort of, that's like some sort of like cope. There's a term for that type of like cope. I don't know what it is. What is it? I've heard it before. Where it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, no, bro, you are working like 12 hours. Stop being that. Stop being like that. Or like trying to demean myself. I think it's demeaning to myself. Maybe it's a toxic. It's one of my many toxic traits. God, man. Stitch looks good. Jeez. Look at that. That Stitch looks really nice. I do the 12 hours of work regardless. I'm not at home doing like sitting here playing Monster Hunter. That's rest. That's rest. Playing Monster Hunter is my rest. That's how I rest. That is how I rest. Cooking, making stuff, doing this. To an extent, doing what we're doing right now is how I rest. But also, is it really? Listen, I mean, here's the thing. I talk to myself all day anyway. And so that's why I don't really have much of a problem talking for hours on end. Because I just talk to myself anyway. You know the other like wolves? I talk to them all the time. No. Okay, yes, and so yes, and yes, and I've seen other people do this. So I know this isn't weird, but I will at work come up with these like they're not like delusions, but they're like, I'm like fantasizing about like, oh, if I went on a podcast, right? Oh, if I went on this popular podcast, what kind of questions would they ask? Okay, I know other people do this, so it's not weird. I know other people do this too. It's like, oh, what if I was in like, if I'm listening to like a press conference and like a reporter asks a question, I'm like, oh, this is how I would answer. Other people do this too. I'm not weird in that way. I am weird, just not in that way. It's not in that way. I've had people like say, literally tell me, it's like, you know, you're kind of weird. Oh my god, bro. You're like, all right. Oh, okay. So, you know how I answer? I always answer thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, I think that's good. That works. That actually looks pretty. Look how good I'm getting. I'm getting so good at this. This is actually a pretty good stitch. I mean, it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it looks nice. Yeah, I'll tell people thanks, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it, but I take it with stride, right? Yes, I am weird. So what? Yeah, and. All right, that's that. Let's go read. What? Let's go read. I know, crazy. Do a little bit of reading. It's good. I did something I will start doing, and I have. Where's my sheath? My sheath to my weapon. My weapon has been sheathed. Wow. I saw this on a TikTok video. I saw someone else having this exact same dagger on a TikTok video. I'm like, I have that same thing. I'm like, oh my God, I have that same thing. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. I have the same thing. My jacket is fixed. Yay. Yay. I want to, I'm going to be honest. I want to recreate this jacket, like remake it. I want to make my own version of this jacket. Like they don't sell this type of jacket anymore. One of the goals I have eventually is learning how to use a sewing machine and basically remaking this jacket, but making a bunch of these. I love this jacket so much. And I don't think it's that hard to recreate because I've looked at it all and I've looked at all the stitching and stuff. And I don't think this is super hard to make. Obviously there's a bunch of steps to it and I would have to do like math and measurements, but I think it should be fine because this is old. So this, I've actually had this collar. This isn't the original collar. I had it replaced. The original looked kind of like this. It was like a corduroy striped, but this is like super worn out, and you can't really stitch this. You just need to tear this out and put new fabric. Yeah, you just need to like tear this whole thing out and put new fabric. And like I gotta do that. I really gotta do that. Maybe did they do that for this? I don't know. Anywho, I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. We're gonna move on to reading. Story worthy. Keyboard, get back in your spot. Gosh. Story worthy. I don't even know. I don't think we got much left. Yeah, we don't got much left on this chapter. How big is chapter 4? What time is it? It's 11. Okay, no, we're gonna get through these next couple pages and then we're gonna go and I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Gosh darn it. I don't remember. What was I gonna say? Sewing? Sewing? It had something to do with sewing? Stitching? No. I don't remember. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. I want to finish this. And then yeah, we're just gonna finish these next couple pages. And then we're gonna get to the art study because the art study might take a minute. Okay, so I think we stopped here on this page. Okay, so this is so going back, so this is the author talking about a walk in the rain with his dog, his elderly dog, and you know how he was savoring this moment. So standing on that corner in the rain, I can see Measleman as if he was standing beside me, smiling at me the same way Kaylee was smiling at me a moment ago. Long tongue hanging out of his mouth, panting, sitting tall on his haunches. The combination of a memory of a dog long since dead with my aging dog of today somehow sparks a thought in my mind, and I realized, for the first time in my life, that not only did my father lose his wife, children, home, horse farm, and horses when my mother left him for another man, he also lost his dog, Measleman. What? Okay. My father moved into a room behind a liquor store and was forced to leave his Measleman behind. Not only did my father lose the dog he loved so much, but Measleman became the property of the man who'd stolen his wife and usurped his family. What the? What? As I stand in the warm rain, it somehow feels like the worst loss of all. And suddenly the shame that my father must have felt in losing his home and family to another man is my own. For the first time in my life, I look upon my father's losses through the eyes of a man instead of the eyes of a boy, and I realize how complicated, painful, and terrible it must have all been for him. Another story, a much more difficult story to tell, but one I will tell someday. Just as quickly, that memory was replaced by another. Now I'm a teenager, with a girl named Jennifer on the 18th green of a local golf course. What? What? Bro, what? Nah, that's crazy. That's okay. That all right. So when the sprinklers fire off at midnight, producing more water than I ever thought possible, drenching us as the rain is drenching me right now. The combination of the downpour and my half nakedness have returned this memory to me. What a memory. I never laughed so much while naked with a girl. We were as riotous as the birds are now on that night. But until this moment on this corner, that memory's been lost to me. Two more story-worthy moments, both suitable for the stage if crafted properly, but also moments that I'm grateful to have unexpectedly recovered. The memories come back so quickly and in such force that there are times when I need to brush them away. All of this happens because I sit down every day, every evening, and ask myself, what is my story from today? What's the thing about today that has made it different from any previous day? Then I write down my answer. That's it. That's all I do. If you do it, before long, you'll have more stories than you could ever imagine. I know many professional storytellers, including some of my favorites, who only have a handful of stories to share. I ask them to perform in shows that I produce, and they tell me they can't. They don't have any more good stories. I tell these storytellers that my current list of untold stories, ideas, is more than 500 items long. They think this number is crazy. They say it's impossible. I think it's crazy that they don't do homework for life. But even if you're not in the storytelling business, story collecting business, and you should be if you're reading this book, other remarkable things will begin to happen when you do homework for life. I received one of the best phone calls from my life. I've received one of the best phone calls of my life from a homework for life convert. When I answered the phone, there was a woman on the other end and she was crying. My initial thought was, oh no, who is this? What terrible thing has happened? The woman didn't tell me her name. She was just crying. A second later, she starts talking. She tells me that she took a storytelling workshop with me 6 months before. She had listened closely as I assigned her homework for life, and she started doing that that night. She's calling me to tell me that she's 52 years old, and for her entire life, she never felt like an important person in this world. She always thought she was just everyone else. She was just like everyone else, simply another face in the crowd. And that one day in the future, she was going to die and go out quickly and unnoticed. Then she started doing my homework for life. And within 3 months, it changed her life. She says that searching for stories every day in her everyday life and recording them made her feel like an important person for the first time. She tells me that she has real stories, important and significant moments in her life that she'd never seen before, and that she feels like they're a part of a much larger story. She says she feels like a critical cog in the gears of the universe. Her life matters. She tells me that she can't wait to get out of bed every morning and find out what will be the thing that makes the day different than the last. It's probably the best phone call I've ever received, and I never got the woman's name. She thanked me and hung up while she was crying. But it's true. As you start to see an importance and meaning in each and every day, you suddenly understand your importance in the world. You start to see how the meaningful moments that we experience every day contribute to the lives of others and to the world. You start to sense the critical nature of your very existence. There are no more throwaway days. Every day can change the world in some small way. In fact, every day has been changing the world for as long as you've been alive. You just haven't noticed it. I hear accounts like this all the time. A workshop graduate once told me that she's not doing homework for life to find stories because she has no intention of ever taking the stage and performing,
but Homework for Life has become therapeutic for her. It's made her life richer and fuller, so she can't stop now, even if she wanted to. Another workshop graduate told me, "It's the most important thing I've ever done in my life." Another told me, "It saved my life." Still another, "It's like I can see the air now." That's interesting. That's interesting. That's kind of crazy. I see it. I've actually been doing them as well. I haven't gotten the same results, maybe because I haven't done it long enough, but it is interesting. So, okay. Oh, is there like a... Okay, no, it's... All right, there's no section for reading. Okay, we're just gonna do let's go to just chatting. No, let's just stay in our. It's not as many people in our. Okay. All right. A workshop student, Anne McGrath, wrote in a recent blog post on brevity, "Here's the most incredible thing I've discovered. This habit of collecting ideas has changed something in my mind and how I am in the world. It has instilled in me a sense of patience, made me see with wonder, be more willing to try new things and look with fresh, curious eyes. The process of writing has become more important than the outcome for me, and I feel fortunate every day that I'm able to create something. I've stumbled upon things in New York City I might have missed if I was less attentive. An exhibit of Nabokov's butterflies at the public library, a baby squirrel fallen from its nest in Central Park, the homeless woman outside the subway station who'd been a Jackie Gleason dancer. Visceral stories are floating all around us, waiting to be brought to life. It's not just me. This strategy works. There's an added bonus to Homework for Life. It's unrelated to storytelling, but it's worth mentioning. It might just be important. It might just be the most important reason to do this exercise. As you begin to take stock of your days, find those moments, see them, and record them, time will begin to slow down for you. The pace of life will relax. We live in a day and age where people constantly say things like time flies. The last school year went by in the blink of an eye. I can't even remember what I did last Thursday. I feel like my 20s went by in a flash. I used to feel the same way. Then I started doing Homework for Life, and the world slowed down for me. Days crept by at a remarkably slow speed. Weeks felt like months. Months felt like years. I could not tell you what a blessing this is. I don't lose a day anymore. I can look at any of those entries of my spreadsheet from years that I have been doing the homework, and I am right back in that moment. And I will have these moments forever. When I'm on my deathbed, I'll be able to look back at an Excel spreadsheet filled with the moments from my life. It'll probably be a hologram by then, hovering over my body, but I'll scroll through the pages. I'll be able to return to every single one of those moments. Every one of the moments that made one day feel different from the rest. A lifetime of story-worthy moments at my fingertips. I found this unexpected gift while desperately searching for stories, and it changed my life. It can change yours too. I conducted a storytelling workshop for principals and administrators in my school district a few summers ago. I assigned them Homework for Life. 5 months later, at another training session, one of the principals approached me and said, "You know why your Homework for Life works?" "No," I said, desperately trying to remember his name. "I've missed 3 days since that training. 3 days when I forgot to write down my story for that day, and it kills me. I lost 3 days and I'm so angry about it. I'll never get those days back. That's how I know it works. Over the years, I've assigned homework for life to thousands of people, but only a small percentage have begun doing it. A tragically small percentage. This is because homework for life requires 2 things that are often lacking in the world today: commitment and faith. Commitment that you will sit down every night and reflect upon your day. It's crazy to think that you won't give 5 minutes a day over to something that will change your life, but many won't. Instead, you'll blindly give 2 hours of your life over to a television show that you'll barely remember a year later. You'll give at least that much time to aimlessly surfing the internet and liking of baby photos on Facebook, but you won't give 5 minutes of your day to change your life. You also may lack faith because this change won't happen instantly. And in this world, most people want the results instantaneous. But this process does not happen overnight. It didn't happen immediately for me either. The stories that I was finding and recording early on were not very good. I couldn't see these moments of true meaning, nor could I distinguish them from moments that might be interesting or even amusing, but ultimately carry no weight. My storytelling lens has not been focused on my storytelling lens has not yet been focused and refined, but I was so desperate to find stories that I refused to stop. I kept on doing my homework, even when it seemed pointless, because I was desperate to remain on the stage, and I thought that finding even one story would make it all worth it. All right, it's interesting. That's cool. It may take a month, 6 months, or even a year to refine and focus your storytelling lens. You might give up 5 minutes of your day for an entire year and receive nothing in return. This process requires you to believe that eventually you will begin to see these moments of your life, just as I and so many others have. Once it starts, you'll find your life changed forever. Last week, Clara, my daughter, who's 9 years old now, asked me to pick her up. It was early in the morning, and she was feeling sleepy and a little sad that the weekend was over and we were heading back to school. I picked Clara up, and every time she asked, because I know I pick Clara up every time she asks because I know at some point, probably sooner than later, it would be too heavy for me to lift. Or even worse, she'll stop asking. So I'm holding Clara in my arms in our living room. The morning light is casting warm yellow glows on the room. The house is quiet. She and I are the only 2 awake. She wraps her arms around my neck and holds me tight. A minute later, my arms begin to shake. I'm struggling to keep her aloft. My right foot, which is a torn ligament, begins to throb, and I decide to put her down. At that very moment, Clara pushes her face into the crook in my neck and whispers, "It's just so nice to be held this close." Then it occurs to me, I'm the only person in the world who picks up my daughter like this anymore. She's become too big for my wife or her grandparents to lift. I'm the last person who will ever hold her like this. I'm the last person who will hold her like a little girl. I tighten my hold on her. I ignore my throbbing foot and tiring muscles, and I whisper back, "Let's just stay like this for a little bit, okay?" "Sounds great, Daddy," she whispers back. We each hold each other in the growing light of a spring morning until she says and whispers, "Okay, let's eat." If I hadn't been doing my homework for life, this moment would have been lost to me. Even if I had recognized its importance, which is doubtful, I would have been hard-pressed to recall it years later. If you're a parent, you know this is true. Our lives are filled with beautiful, unforgettable moments with our children that turn out to be entirely and tragically forgettable. But now, I will own that moment for the rest of my life. I can close my eyes today and return to that room. With the morning light streaming through the windows, my daughter pressed close to me, whispering words that I'll never forget. Someday that moment may find its way into a story. Nowadays, homework for life doesn't seem to even take me 5 minutes. Today, I can see most of the moments while in the midst of them. I recognize them in real time. I have often inputted them into my spreadsheet long before the end of the day. This will eventually happen for you too. If you have commitment and faith, I give this to you. Homework for life. 5 minutes a day is all I'm asking. At the end of every day, take a moment, sit down, reflect upon your day. Find your most story-worthy moment, even if it doesn't feel story-worthy. Write it down. Not the whole story, but just a few sentences. Something that will keep you moving and will make it feel doable. This will allow you to do it the next day. If you have commitment and faith, you will find stories. So many stories. They are meaningful, life-changing moments. There are meaningful, life-changing moments happening in your life all the time. That dander in the wind will blow by you for the rest of your life unless you learn to see it, capture it, hold on to it, and find a way to keep it in your heart forever. If you want to be a storyteller, this is your first step. Find your stories, collect them, save them forever. In addition to the many other jobs, I'm an elementary school teacher, so I feel like I have the right to assign homework to anyone I choose. I choose you. Okay. All right. We're going to stop there. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's really good. Hold on. Yeah, so that's amazing. That's amazing. I have been doing the homework for life. I have been doing that. I've been paying attention to it. I've been trying to write it down. Trying to pay attention to it. I might as well go update it right now whilst I'm thinking about it, and then we're gonna go do an art study. I mean, I think it's amazing. I think it's really interesting. It's not something I ever really thought about doing in the way that he is talking about. But hearing that many people all saying that this literally is life-changing gives me more motivation to continue doing it. Hold on. All right. Here, I need to wrap. All right. All right, let's go do some. My goat. Okay. Let's go do some art study. Yay, art study. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up Affinity Designer. Oh, I love Marathon's art style. God, I love it. I just never see my. Oh, I just don't even think he ever read it. All right. Well, I saw this art that I wanted to use for a thumbnail. And I tried to ask the guy to get permission, and he just never responded to my questions. So I think that's I'm just gonna go ahead and use it because you know, well it'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and 1920 by 1080. Oh, whoopsie, this is. All right. We can use a window capture. Oh, I already have it. Okay, whoopsie. All right. All right, let's switch over to Marathon. We're gonna be doing this art study. Marathon. All right. All right. So. What we're going to be studying today, we are going to be doing an art study of this. Where is it? We're gonna be doing an art study of this piece right here. Yeah, so we're gonna be really diving into this piece, everything that makes it amazing. So this is a render of Vandal from Marathon. I think, hold on, where's my bookmarks? There is a website that someone put together. Shoot, where is it? Oh, fuck, did I lose it? Oh no, hold on. I think I... There you go. Bing, bing. All right. Give me uno momento. Uno momento, por favor. Uno momento, por favor. Let me pull up this website. Okay, so this is a website someone has created that basically catalogs every single piece of Marathon art that is in the game. And so this is actually where we got that from. They have all the profile backgrounds, they have everything. And so they have everything. This is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic source that we are going to be using very, very heavily. And so we're going to be diving into we're going to be diving into this specific image. I don't think this is just background 31. I'm pretty sure this is an image of Vandal from the game Marathon. So we're going to be, let's go ahead and put a label on what this is. So we're going to center this right here. I'm going to go ahead and get a background put on this. let's go ahead and label this. Okay, so this might take a couple hours. This might take a couple hours. I'm gonna be honest. I want to make this look nice. I'm not just like doing it. Right? I want to make this look nice. Hold on. I don't want to use the color white. There's some other white colors that I want to use. There's actually a thread. I want to go F8F. So this color is going to be F8, F7, F4. Right, there you go. This is going to be in the background. Let's try what's that's fine. Okay. All right, so we're gonna be, let's go ahead and throw this text up here. So this is Vandal art study. Let's go ahead and get this centered. Let's go ahead and get this okay, so this is what we're going to be doing. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at each and every single part. So we're going to be taking a look at this leg. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna move this up a little bit. I'm gonna shrink this stroke a little bit. The stroke on this one. Okay. We're gonna let's make this a curve. Make this a curve too. There. Okay, let's move this up just a tad. Just a tad. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna be here. Let's go ahead and make there we go. So this color right here. So this is the leg. What? Oh, what? Oh, that's why. And so this, what color is this? So this color is. Darn it. So it's a, we're using, no, I want to use font mass. So this is actually the Evangelion font style. And I guess Marathon takes a lot of artistic inspiration from Evangelion. We'll look into that a little bit later, but this is there. Color, get rid of that color. Okay, so this is the leg. And so the legs seem to be a kind of like matte finish. Because if we look at this picture, the model, so this is a 3D rendered 3D. Yeah, we'll have a summary later, but this is a essentially a 3D rendered. Here, let's lock that. I'm gonna lock that. We're gonna lock that. We're gonna push this up to the front. And then all this stuff. Curve. Oh. That. We're gonna move this a bit further. Bit closer. Okay, I kind of like that. Actually, I kind of want curves on curves. No curves. Rounded. There you go. I want to make this as straight as possible. There we go. I'm being like really like picky right now, I know, but like this is kind of the whole point. It's kind of. This is kind of the whole point. There we go. Okay, so this, yeah, so if we actually look at the piece itself, the piece is made up of the model itself is made up of both cloth fabric, a cloth looking fabric mixed with plastic or metallic or fiberglass looking materials mixed with this kind of like matte finish, like perfectly flat and perfectly smooth, like the legs right here. So here, let's go ahead and put here, Here, I'm literally just going to keep copy and pasting this one. This one's perfect. So matte finish. Yeah, so it's like a matte finish. It's a dark flat. So flat. Smooth. Flat. Then there's like a sort of perfection. I'd say to this. Yeah, I'd say there's a sort of perfection to this as well. Okay. So then we have the actual like glove here. And so this is actually the here, let's go add one more. This is the leg. Here, let me reset that a little bit. I want enough. Let's try to shoot for having 3. So this is the leg. Let's go have an outer shadow. Go that. Let's throw a radius on that. Offset that. There we go. Makes look a lot more 3D. Maybe I should have this instead of this line, this stroke being black. Let's make it actually, I'm gonna throw in, I do have I'm pretty sure what is the Marathon color palette here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna take this line. We're just gonna put that right on top of it. And so this color, what if we take this color instead? I kind of like this color. What if we take this line? No, this doesn't pop well enough. I need a different color for this line. I mean, I don't know. The neon green kind of. That's the shadow. That's the shadow of the blur. Oh, here, that's why. Here, let's take the stroke and make that green as well. Let's not make that green. Let's not make that green. Let's not make that green. That does not look good. Let's put this. Does that look good? I'm being very picky. I know. Understand that this is important. I find this to be very important. What color should this be? I don't like this color palette. Well, let me see if I can find someone else. Oh, here we go. No, hold on. I think I found a better one. That's much better. That's much better. Much better. Okay. Go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and grab that. That's that. Let's just make the shadow black. Should we just? You know what? Let's make this stroke a bit bigger. Maybe that's why I'm having problems. Maybe I'm having a problem because there's a fucking blur on it. Okay. I need to have a stroke, but it has to be very, very thin. Okay, yeah, so that's good. I kind of want to go with this look, this style of explainer, maybe. I just don't like this line color. I don't know, man. Let's go with this. Okay, I like that better. I'm a purple guy. It's just how I am. Okay, so that's the leg. Yeah, so the legs are like a matte finish with a cross on the front of them. And I would say that the cross or that plus sign, I would say that plus sign is something like this, yeah. So the plus is a manufacturing plus sign. So I'm from what it looks like to me, the that plus sign is actually for can I wrap this? Wrap. Where's wrap? Your way to wrap the text. Use text path. We just gotta. Okay, sure. Let's put it back up to 13. So the plus symbol that's on here is for manufacturing. That's what it is. It's a way for the manufacturer of the leg to be able to properly make sure it's the correct proportions and all that. And so like that's why that's there. Gosh darn it. Here, let's so that's a leg, matte finish, smooth, flat, perfection, plus symbols for the manufacturing. And so we actually see these things also here now. Let's do the hand. Let's do the gauntlet next. The gauntlet is actually split into 2 colors. Yeah, the gauntlet is actually split into 2 colors. This is a 2.6 stroke. This is all curves. Smooth up the curve. Music bangs, what the hell? How do I make this? I need to make this like... No, let me make this like straight. Should I even bother? Should I... Yeah, okay, that's... All right, so yeah, so we have both the we have the gauntlet, which is both a which is actually 2 separate colors. So we have both okay. So we have both the pink. So we have both this kind of pinker color, which actually isn't pink, funny enough. Funny enough, it isn't pink. it's now it's actually a darker red. And so we have that. Then we have the other color here, which is the thumb, which is a darker blue. So we have this color right here, which is yeah, it's like a darker red. It's not straight. Okay. 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 All right. There you go. Maybe I should have this. Maybe I should have it. Should I have this as like should I have it like an offshoot? Actually no, I kind of like the separation. Yes, you're welcome. No problem. No problem. We're trying to make stuff look nice here. Oh, this needs fixed. This is important. This is all for the art study. This is all for the art study. This is all for the art study. It's important that this looks good, right? Okay, so yeah, this is actually a darker red, which is the first color. And then we actually this isn't black. This is a it's like a I wouldn't say it's like a darker gray. Now this is actually like the highest quality photo I pretty sure I can get. Yeah, this is a PNG as well, so it can scale infinitely. So, but this is you know, there might be some, because there is a noise filter on the whole thing. We can see like the little grainy bits. That's a noise filter that's over top the whole piece. Now, is that just it getting pixelated? To an extent, I would say yes, but I do think that we can look right here. Like there is obviously noise filter. And I think that might have been added in the after effects of the photo, because this is a 3D rendered model. So the model was posed, a picture was taken, and then I'm pretty sure it was edits were done to it, lighting. And it was done in the rendering engine, but anywho, so we have so that's that color. So we have with the gauntlet and the thumb, and then we actually have another couple colors. We'll separate this because there's a couple other things going on here. So this is the gauntlet. So this is the gauntlet. It also has a sort of matte finish. Again, it looks smooth, flat, and has a kind of look of perfection. It has some manufacturing marks on here. I would assume that this number right here. Oh, actually, this is another color up here. Shoot. Shoot. I think this is the same color right here and here. Here, let's go ahead and put that down. I will fix this. I will fix this. Don't worry. I will fix this. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's gonna be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Ignore that. You can't see that. Yeah. So this is actually a little bit darker of a red as well. Shoot. It's actually kind of a purple. Yeah, it's actually kind of a purple if you like look at it. Oh shoot. What? Huh? Hello? Whoa, where'd this come from? Get rid of that. Oh, what? I need to, I gotta change the anchor point. How do I change the anchor point? Okay, let's just 100 and then 100. There. There you go. All right, so okay, so yeah, there's actually 3 separate colors. Here, let's and like before, it's done in a way to try to mark as manufacturing. Actually, we'll fix this. So that. Okay. Nope. What's the size of this? Oh, 2.6. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying before, the symbols, I would assume this is also either a manufacturing mark or it's a brand mark. It's one of the two. If we just kind of here, I'm just gonna flip this whole thing around. If we look at it like this, I would assume this is either a brand mark, manufacturing mark, or a model number. Some sort of way for the manufacturer to know what, when they made it, how they made it, like the model number, right? That's kind of like the point of it. So we're seeing like this pattern come up of these things being for manufacturing specifically. It's gonna work. No. So this is either a so there's a brand mark or model number mark. Yeah, so then there's those two. So it's the brand mark or the model number mark to signify what when it was made, what batch it was made in. So if there's a defect, they're able to then look at, hey, this has this specific it looks like an LS left side. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's also interesting. That could be so it or so it could also be for assembly. LS left side. Yeah, and that's what it could be too. So we're seeing this pattern kind of emerge of the way this this look. It's meant to kind of it's produced. It's fake. It's not real. Right. So, but then I think let's look at the shirt next, because the shirt it looks like it's made of cloth or some sort of cloth. But I think the shirt and the hair, not this top hair part, but this, it's like a kind of, I don't know, it's like a kind of Play-Doh. It looks like a kind of Play-Doh or some sort of like, I don't know, it's kind of funky looking. Go ahead and and so there's actually a couple different colors here, but that's just because of the lighting. The lighting is coming from the back. The back kind of left side is where the lighting is coming from. Yeah, we don't really see much of the shirt. We see the sleeve, and I think maybe a little bit right here. That might be part of the harness. The backpack that they have on. So here, let's go ahead and this. Let me see.
messed up. Come on, man. I think there's oh, this is irking me. I think I need another one. Brother. Oh my god. Is there should be something where I can like straighten this out. Right curve? No. No, I don't want it smooth. I just want it like not like this. Reverse curve, no. There you go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so yeah, we got two colors here. And the only reason we really have two colors here is because of the lighting. But the lighting, whilst it does change the color, it is probably the real color of what the shirt looks like. Here, let's go ahead and put some strokes on this, 'cause we're gonna. There you go. Hey, what's it called? Can't even see that. Yeah, let's get like a blue. That way we can. You just can't even see it. Super thin. Super thin. Can't see it. Still can't see it. Can't see it. Can you see it? Here, let me make this bigger. There you go. Okay, anyway. So, oh boy. Throw all this into a group. Let's group all these. Gonna clean up our that's part of that. Group all of that. Group that. Okay, so this is the leg. This is the gauntlet. Gauntlet. Okay. Gauntlet. That's not how you. How the fuck do you? Gauntlet. That's gauntlet. The gauntlet? Is that? Gosh darn. Is that how you spell gauntlet? Gauntlet. G-A-U-N-T. Yeah, that's how you spell gauntlet. What the hell? Yeah, no, that's how you spell it. Okay, sure. So this is the shirt. Okay, anyway. So let us ungroup this. Delete that. All right, so we have both the so the left side is a this color,
So it isn't white, and this one isn't gray. It's a bit of a darker gray. Now, obviously, this is because of the shadow that's being cast on it. So the left side, the left side of this is just because of the shadow. But there is a text here, so it looks like a G3. G3 again. Again, it might be some sort of branding. It might be some sort of, because this is a very corporate. It's very corporatized. It's very smooth. It's very perfect. It's trying to it's would I call it minimalist? Maybe I would call it minimalist. There's maybe other terms for it. But anyway, this is kind of a the shirt has kind of a what does it look like? It's like Play-Doh. It kind of looks like Play-Doh. But it's like, it's not plastic. What does it look like? I'm trying to grasp it. It looks like some sort of what looks similar to this? Yeah, what looks similar to this? Like this hair, because the hair is very similar to the shirt. Yeah, I don't. Let's do this. G3. Mark for branding. Yeah, I mean, it might be just it might be a branding. It might be a model number for assembly. Yeah, brand mark. So let's just put the G3 symbol. So we have the G3 symbol. This might be a brand mark, model number mark for assembly. For assembly, specific model art. So this might be a specific model shirt that is used for this model of runner, this shell. Then it's, I'm trying to figure out what this looks like. It's kind of like a it's like a no, it's like a rubbery plastic. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from it. It's kind of like a rubbery plastic. Yeah, it kind of looks like a bit of like a rubbery plastic that you'd see. And like tubing, or something like this. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. And so obviously it's cheap. It's like super mass produced. Yeah, it's like a synthetic rubber. It's like a synthetic rubber plastic. I think that's probably the best way. Synthetic Let's go for the face next, because I think there's a lot of interesting stuff there. Again, it's a very smooth, flat, artificially looking, but there's like paint over the lips, and there's like the lips have a different color, and I think the color makes like the face pop. Another thing that I wanted to mention is the pose that this is in. The pose that it's in is like a V kind of pose, and so you like yeah, it's in like a V. It's hard to see. Oh, it's not. Sorry. Yeah, so it's like in a V kind of pose, right? So it's pretty easy to tell. It's pretty easy to tell with the legs and the arm what kind of pose they're making. But your eyes kind of immediately go from the hand up to the face. And I think the eye, I can't tell. I think the eye is, I don't know where the eye is looking. Maybe looking this way. Well, let's do the face next. Let's flip it. There you go. Here, let's change this offset so that it's so this is the face. Go. Trying to make this look a bit better. Yeah, so we have the face. We have that. We actually have a bunch of different stuff going on with the face. So we have the upper layer. We have the lips. One, two, three. I mean, there's a lot of colors. There's one, there's two, there's the eyes, which I do think is important because the green color is nowhere else on the model except for the very light, like neon, like inflatable, like runner boots. So I think that's important to point out as well.
There's a lot of different colors going on here. There's a lot of different colors here. We're gonna make this a bit bigger. Let's ungroup this. That way I can mess with this a bit more. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. We got 4 like main colors. And there's a so how are we gonna do this? 4. Let's do this. Okay, so the first color is the top of the mask right here. The top part of the mask. The second color is going to be the eyes. The third color is going to be the bottom part of the mask. And then the last one is going to be the lips, because the lips stand out very, very much. All right, this might be too many lines. Hold on, let me, So let's just get rid of this one. Let's there you go. Looks a bit better. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we have a bunch of different colors going on here. We have the kind of gray color. Now, this isn't the real color because we have to remember that there's a shadow on top of it, but for the sake of what we can see, this is it's probably a bit lighter of a gray. It's not obviously a white, but it's a little bit darker. Then we have the green, and these are the eyes. And because this type of green isn't really seen anywhere else on the model, it like really stands out and really pops. Now, obviously there's the green down on the shoe, but I think it's a different kind of thing. The red gauntlet kind of draws you up. So it's red. Well, it's not red, but it's a darker red, then a blue, and then a white, and then the black of the headphones, and then, you know, the hair, and then the different colors, and then the green eyes. Then we have the the bottom part of the mask. Then we have the lips. I would like this to... Oh, brother, this is gonna be... Gosh darn it. Here we need to do this. I need these to be symmetrical. I really need that. Here, let's... Don't need any of that. There you go. There you go. Okay, so we have all those colors. There's a lot going on with the face, but you know,
It's a complicated design. Okay. So yeah. So we have hold on. Let's yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the back to the gauntlet, the eye starts here. And then we'll go back and get the arm in a second. Because it's also the legs as well. We can see that the thighs are kind of the same. I might even just say the exact same as the forearms and the biceps and the shoulders. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so he has face. The face is also like a matte finish. Finish. Again, smooth, flat, perfection, artificial. All right, why does this look like this? Okay, sure. Sure, I don't like that. That's annoying. Okay, fine. So we can actually kind of tell how the thing was probably assembled, because you can see like the assembly line right here, where these are two separate pieces that kind of connect together. Two separate face parts connected. So yeah, there's two separate face parts connected, the top and the bottom, and then and then there's the lips, and then I'm not too sure now why would they make it this way? Why would the in-game company, or why would the designer put, I mean, this makes sense because it's an artificial look, because it is manufactured. And funny enough, there's like these eyebrows too. Looking at it, there's like these eyebrows. Now, why would there, again, what the eyebrows could be for are for like what are those things called? What are the things called, the pluses here? Let's I'm gonna look this up. Oh, it's so peak. All right, I'm not too sure. Let's ask, try to ask Gemini. Maybe it'll maybe it'll know. So they're known as tolerances. In manufacturing, it's physically impossible to create two parts exactly, atom for atom identical. Tolerances are the acceptable zone of error where a part still functions correctly. Technically, these symbols are part of the G, D, and T, geometric dimensioning tolerancing. Okay, so I was literally just looking at that. Yeah, here it is. So G, D, and T, the basics of geometric dimensioning tolerances. Manufactured items differ in size and dimensions from the original CAD model due to variations in the manufacturing process. To optimally control and communicate these variations, engineers and manufacturers use a symbolic language called GD and T, short for geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. GD&T tells manufacturers, manufacturing partners, and inspectors the allowable variation within the product assembly and standardizes how that variation is measured. This guide walks through the GD&T system for streamlined communication. Okay, this is interesting. Am I going to read this whole thing? I don't know. Gemini? Okay. Yeah, so you'll see that he's written as limit or plus minus with a dimension. Bilateral tolerances. This is the common use of a plus sign. It shows the part can be slightly larger. Okay, I want to make sure that this is correct. This seems to be manufacturing features were specified by X and Y areas. For example, when drilling a mounting hole, the hole had to be within the XY area. An accurate tolerancing specification, however, would define the position of a hole in relation to the intended position, the acceptance area being a circle. XY tolerancing leaves a zone in which inspection would have produced a false negative, because while this hole is not within the XY square, it would fall within the circumcised. Stanley Parker, an engineer who's developing naval weapons during World War II, noticed this failure in 1940. Driven by the need for cost-effective manufacturing and meeting deadlines, he worked out a new system through several publications. Once proven as a better operational method, the new system became a military standard in the 1950s. Currently, the GD&T standard is defined by the American Society for Mechanical Engineers for the USA and the for the rest of the world. It mostly concerns the overall geometry of the product, while other standards prescribe specific features such as surfaces, roughness. Why implement? How it works? I don't really care too much about this. The auto tolerancing means to specify just the right variations for all specific design features in order to maximize product approval rate within the limits. Okay, yeah. So this is what we were kind of getting at. This is what we were kind of getting at before, where they have these plus signs are the GD&T. This is for manufacturing. This is to make sure that the product is within a certain spec. So this is we're actually going to relabel this as the GD&T symbol. And we'll make a separate GD and T symbol. For manufacturing. It's to try to keep the stuff to spec, to make sure that, hey, this is within the reasonable margin of error, because, you know, even in the future, they still have errors. And I think this is kind of interesting. Even within this attempt to make this kind of perfect shell, this perfect model, it's very smooth, it's flat, it's artificial. There's an attempt at perfection with this. there is still the understanding that nothing can be perfect, right? Because if there was no room for error, if there was no tolerance, and if they were able to make stuff perfectly, they wouldn't have these symbols on here. But because they understand that perfection can't be possible, uh, I think that's an interesting point to it. I think it's an interesting point to it. I think that's interesting indeed. Very, very interesting. And so the so going back to the face. Well, yeah. So then that was my answer. Yeah, it's the GD&T. That's what it is. And it's not because there's some other. Oh, hold on. Okay, there's like specific symbols. There's like specific symbols that they use. I wonder if we can like notice some of these in the notice some of the stuff in the actual design. I don't think so, because obviously they're taking their own kind of spin on it all. Yeah, they're taking their own kind of spin on it all, but I wonder what else is in here. Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. Okay. So this is position. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure if like these are like specific. I don't I don't think this is like they're being like literal with, oh, I think it's just an aesthetic choice that the designers made when they were making this model. They were using the GD&T symbols. They're using GD&T symbols for to kind of like add this manufacturing. This is this artificial manufactured a look to it all. And I mean, we can see the GD&T here, obviously on the hand, the knees. We see it on the headphones here. I would assume that the marks around the lips are also a form. Sorry. What happened? There. All right. Yeah, I would assume that the marks around the lips are a form. I'm going to assume that the marks around these lips right here are GD&T symbols. That's what I'm going to assume. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, so for assembly, specific Martin. And I would assume also that this square right here, actually, no, let's go to these eyebrows. Why would they put eyebrows here? Obviously the designer put eyebrows there so it looks more human. But why would the manufacturer in the universe put these here? We know why the designer did. It's to make it look more human. If there weren't eyebrows, it'd be kind of weird. But they use, I mean, maybe it's like a barcode. Maybe eyebrows are also, maybe the eyebrows are a sort of model number, part number.
Yeah, so the eyebrows are a barcode of sort. Is this barcode not one word? What? Really? I thought barcode was one word. It is. Stop. That's correct. Stop messing with me, bro. Stop. Stop, bro. Stop. Not cool. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot going on with the face. There's a lot going on with the face. And also I would assume this square is a sort of sensor. I'm going to, all right, no. Ignore. The square we see here is a sort of sensor. So all right. I think that's enough for the face. I feel like that's I feel like we've like thoroughly walked through here for assembly. No. Yeah, so again, we are still getting the whole artificial. We're still getting the whole artificial vibe. You know, the eyes, I would assume they're just like retinas. It's just how the sensors look. The purple is the actual sensor themselves. The green is some sort of, I don't know. It's probably some sort of housing for the sensor. Maybe the eye, the green part of the eye has some like sort of like protection for, you know, the sun or whatever, so that the sensor's protected. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's talk about these shoes. I think these shoes are interesting. Then we're gonna talk about the backpack and then the hair, and I think we're done then. Okay. Let's group all that. Group all this, that, and this. This is the face group. That. Okay. Yeah, so we got the gauntlet, we got the face, we got the shirt, we got the leg. And I would say the leg is both are basically the same. Both are basically the same. Now I will say what this line on here is, and the line on here, and what seems like a line right here. It might be a seam. Might be a seam, like a welding seam, some sort of seam that is put there when manufacturing. You know, we have the joints here. There's kind of a separation between here and the glove so that the thumb has range of motion. These are also all just sensors, I would also say. I'm not too sure if it's super. We can come back to it. Let's go to the boots. Let's do boot. Let's do a shoe. Shoe. Okay. So let's ungroup this.
Ungroup that. So we have a couple different we have a couple different parts on this. Obviously we have the actually move this whole thing down a little bit. So we have the main shoe color. Let's take. There's actually a couple different. I wanna. There's. Okay, so we have this. Here, let me just delete that. Let's go ahead and get another one of these. Okay, that should cover it. All right. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to get tired. We're almost done. We're almost done. So we have 1, 2, 3, another 4 different colors for the shoe. The first color is going to be the main color, which is the kind of like, now again, actually let's get the actual color. So what the actual color is the color with the light on it. The one in the shadow is going to be obviously darker, but it's not really a green. It's kind of like it's kind of a very, very light lime. So what looks like on here is like a neon green actually isn't. It's a very light neon lime. And we obviously have the shadow portion as well, but let's focus more on the actual color. Then we have the belt up here. This is what looks like a strap to keep the boot strapped onto the foot, but I'm not sure. Because you'd think that the boot would be with the mod, like with the runner shell, like just already. It's kind of strange that there's a buckle here. We'll go into that in a second. But we then have the back part of the cushion for the runner shoe, which is it's actually a light gray. I bet if we, yeah, it does look like kind of a purple or dark black, but we have the gray here. So let's just change this to what we're seeing. Okay. Here, let's actually change this. I want it to be, so the first color is going to be the first line, and then this is the second, and this is the third, and this is the fourth.
We are going to change this color to the light version so it's easier to see. You can't really see it now. Can't really see it now. Here I want. There. That color. This is the shoe color. This is the middle part of the shoe. Oh boy, I'm tired. Come on, click on it. What the hell? Ungroup, stop. That, and then this last color is the this is actually the middle part. Okay, no. Okay. All right, so this is the shoe. So this is a like this is like a rubber. It's like a rubbery cushion. Like it's like it's like what you'd see like an inflatable like tube for like swimming. I feel like that's kind of what I'm looking at. It's kind of looking like. It looks like there's air in there, but it's for running, and so it's probably also waterproof. So now, what kind of material does this look like? Let me save this. Yeah, it's like a rubbery cushion. But it also has kind of a fabric look to at least this middle part. I don't know what to call this. Oh, we'll come back to it. Yeah, it's obviously smooth, flat, artificial perfection. Now we don't. There is a belt. Belt strap around ankle. Okay, so there's a belt strap around the ankle. There is a large cushion for running. I think that's it. There's a brand tag on the back of the belt. Well, no, that's a GD&T. GD&T. Back of wrap. All right, so we see all that. And this is all made into one piece.
This is all a singular piece. So yeah, obviously, the manufacturer made running shoes. Then we could also say that they're potentially waterproof. I think that's a I think that's a good point to like think about, because you know they need to be waterproof. So that's what the manufacturer think. Now, why would the designer kind of make this cushion? I think it's I think it's so that you know, because they know that it's a running shoe, right? So they're trying to show off like the case that it's a running shoe. While also I think there is a style, at least there's a style among there's a these large shoe. And now all right, hold on. This is I've seen this kind of thing before, but I can't. Yes, hold on. Yes. Yeah, it's this kind of thing. Okay, so, all right, no. All right, so this is actually what the shoes kind of remind me of. The Jirai K. That I feel like I've seen another. I feel like I've seen another type of shoe, but I can't find it. No, I don't want literal shoe size. I want like massive fashion. Large Japanese fashion shoes, sure. Yeah, so these kind of like boots that where the sole is just like massive. This is probably the best example that I could find of it. I feel like I've seen one. What I feel like I've seen literally this, like literally like this. I feel like I've seen this type of shoe before. I just don't know where. Regardless, I think there is some inspiration being taken from this type of shoe. This is a niche type of Japanese fashion, where obviously, you know, it's like massive shoes, but the person is the person is like very tiny, but they have these just like massive shoes on. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, these types of shoes. I feel like this is the kind of vibe they were going for, the designer was going for. Maybe Because this is I think it's I don't know. I mean, it's hey, some people like it. I think it looks cute. You know, it's not really my style, but right, right. Not really my style, but I think it does look cool. Like this outfit, I think it looks cool. Yeah, the you know the Lolita outfit, the outfit style, not anything else. Can you stop? I'm not signing in, Pinterest. Stop. Stop. I'm not signing in. Oh my god, stop. What the hell is that? Oh, brother, hold on. Let me log in. Gosh. Okay, I'll stop. I think this was the intention behind it. This is crazy. This is crazy. I know this is a crazy shoe. I think this like large platform like designer shoe, large. Yeah, I think this is kind of the this is the kind of vibe they were going for. And I think we can see that very, very like clearly. I think these are probably the best. These are probably like the best way to show off the kind of vibe they were trying to go for. So like that's kind of where let's what you can. Whoa, how the fuck did I do that? Hold on. Bro, I've been trying to figure out how to do that. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. That's a thing? No shot. Oh my goodness. You're joking. Dude, can I do that with words? I can. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've been looking for that. I've been looking for that. Gosh darn it, man. Aye. All right. I'm happy I figured that out. That's really nice. So yeah, these were designed. These were inspired by. Now I don't want to say like Japanese specifically, but I feel as if this is probably I feel as if this type of style, the how do you say it? How do you say this? Jirai K. How do you say this? How do you say it? Adai. All right. I don't. No, I wanna. K. Adai K. Adai K. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like this very. I don't want to say it's like inspired by um these like Japanese shoes specifically. Um, but hold on. Yeah. Oh, where is it?
I know I've seen a picture of her in, yeah, it might be, but like this. All right. Anyway, yeah, but like this kind of style, I feel like it's pretty heavily inspired by it. I wouldn't say it is directly. Let's say instead it's heavily. That's not how you spell inspired. It's not how. Um. Okay, yeah, that works. Look at that fit in there. All right. Let's just do this. G. Stop, bro. What are you doing? Oh, I need a bunch more room. Jeez. I want it all in one box. Because I can't wrap it because of the freaking text. The freaking text. It won't wrap properly. Come on, man. All right, ungroup this. Ungroup. That and that. Let's move that over slightly. Let's group that. That, and that. Oh, hold on. There. Okay, ungroup this, please. Thank you. Ungroup. Gosh. Ungroup. Ah. So I'll give this a little bit. Stop. Okay, let's get that all. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's bring this up a little bit. Let's take this. Do that all the way. Slightly, there you go. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. I think I still want to do the backpack because there's a lot here. There's a lot here. This is I mean, there's still a lot here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we could finish up. Maybe we finish up. I'm getting tired. Maybe we'll come back to this. 'Cause I mean, even still, I mean, how long have we been doing this? I think we've been doing this for like an hour and a half now. Yeah, I think we've been doing this for at least an hour and a half now. And even still, I mean, there's just so much to break down on this model. I mean, there's just so much going on with the this like specific model that Bungie's made. Obviously there's the headphones, there's the hair piece. Like, why would they make this hair piece? Why would they design it this way? What are the inspirations? And I wonder if there's like specific shirt. Like, I wonder where they got this idea for this shirt. I wonder what other kind of inspiration took from this gauntlet. You know, the legs. I don't know. I mean, they're just, I don't know. But the backpack itself, I mean, there's still like a bunch on here. There's all these little things that are attached to it. These wavy things that kind of reminds me of like, it kind of reminds me of the it kind of reminds me of the One Piece admirals, where they would wear their where they wouldn't put their arms in their sleeves. They wouldn't put their arms in their sleeves, so the shoulders would just be kind of sit. So they're the shoulder pieces. Yeah, here we go. Here's the better. So they're so it'd just be sitting on their shoulders, right? And the arms would just be kind of flapping in the air. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is good enough for now, because I mean, we could spend even more time kind of theory crafting on what the manufacturer decided. Why did the manufacturer decide to make it this way? What did the designer intend for this to be? Where did they get their inspiration from? I'd be kind of interested. I feel like this face. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I have a feeling, because doing some other research on this, I know that there's Ghost in the Shell was a very big inspiration on this. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe. Yeah. So this this kind of paint and the way it's like done, and maybe even the seams on the face. I think we might be able to say that there is some inspiration being taken from Ghost in the Shell. I'm trying to see. I feel like I've seen this. I feel like I've seen this pattern before. Maybe I'm staring at it too long, but I feel like I've seen this somewhere else. Maybe Cyberpunk. No, that's not it. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot here. There's so much more to go over. There's all the attachments they have. There's the harness itself. There's the front pack. There's the knife. There's obviously the holster right here. All the different sensors, the headphones themselves. So a lot here. There's a lot here. I think this is interesting. I think we spent enough time doing this. So we're gonna we're just gonna export this real quick, and we're gonna get this uploaded to Twitter. Where is my marathon folder? Boom. And I'm pretty sure this is Vandal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Vandal. Pretty sure it's Vandal. Maybe we should. I don't know. Let me see how it looks on the tweet. No, I need it to be a little bit bigger. I need all this to be a little bit bigger. Even bigger. I guess. Okay, let's do this instead. All right, so I'm just exporting the actual whatever I just selected rather than. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. That's that. It's 1:30. We're gonna call it. I'll be back on Tuesday. We're gonna play some marathon. We're gonna do that dice rolling stuff because that sounds fun. Very, very fun. All right. Well, with that being said, my name is Snowy Lotus. Thank you for joining me yet again. You were probably asleep. I'm sorry I kept you out late. I know. Awful. Again. Just another toxic personality trait. Anyway, you have a good start of your week, and I'll talk to you later. And as always, my name is Snowy Lotus. This is the Snowy Show. And see ya. Bye bye.